Hey Aries, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning February the 15th. Now, I wanted to focus, there's a few things going on in the skies. First and foremost, we've just had that new moon in Aquarius. This week we have a very important transit. It is one of the most important transits of 2021. It's going to be happening 3 times. So the first of 3 squares between Saturn and Uranus will be happening this week. Yeah, right, straight after Valentine's Day. We also have a Venus-Mercury conjunction later in the week, and we've got the Sun moving into Pisces, as well as Mercury going direct. A mouthful, right? I wanted to wrap up a key theme. First and foremost, there's a new way to communicate. There is a new way to use our mind. If we're noticing frustrations in certain key areas of our lives, these are the life areas where these themes will be rolling out. We are literally being pushed into cognitive dissonance areas. We're being pushed into new ways of thinking, believing, seeing, self, opportunity, the past. So it's going to get quite uncomfortable for very many sensitive empaths out there. We are feeling these ascension symptoms, not to mention we've got a lot of sun activity happening. If you do follow my Facebook page and Instagram page, I have mentioned that there will probably likely be solar flares around this time of the Saturn and Uranus square. So I wanted to focus on this square. Interestingly, what's been happening, and this also sort of takes us back to the symbolism that was happening with the ecliptical cycle with Cancer Capricorn between 2018 to 2020. There's this mirroring effect, okay? In many ways, after karmic looping happens, or in order for karma to balance, we must sometimes find ourselves in the other's shoes. Why am I mentioning this? Because if we look at the energy of Saturn, which is in Aquarius, and we look at the energy of Uranus, which is in Taurus, it's almost like there's this mirroring. Saturn is very traditional, it's very earthy. Perhaps Taurus is more suited, Saturn is ruled by Capricorn. Perhaps Taurus is more suited in Saturn. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So you can see where there's this cross line happening in the cosmos and why this square is specifically important. There are going to be themes of rebellion. There are going to be themes of needing to do things a whole new way despite what was happening in the past. For you, Aries, you're going to notice significant shifts within 11th house and 2nd house matters. Your 11th house rules your friendships, connections. It rules the role you play, the role you have always played, the role you are desiring to play, this new version of you, if you like. The Uranus placement, Taurus and Uranus, will be affecting your 7th house, your 2nd house. Your 2nd house is all about possessions, money, material. So in very practical ways, it could be affecting, money and friends, the role you play with friends, wanting to be with friends but not having the money to. Take it however it resonates. There's this idea of possession, okay, when it comes to 2nd house themes and what is yours and what is not yours, and perhaps the new role you have to play in and amongst your friendship circles, okay? So your 11th house does rule greater networks. I wanted to take a look at, again, like a past, present, future theme as far as how this energy builds, because it does gestate for the rest of this year. So pay attention to how this energy this week is affecting and where it's sort of impacting you, how it's making you feel. This is going to be a prominent theme this year. All right, my lovely Arians, you have the Hangman underneath the deck, classic. Going back to what I was saying earlier about having to create new perceptions, okay, or being forced into cognitive dissonance, if you like. The Hangman requires that we take a step back to see things from a higher view. Maybe you are seeing the past in a whole new way. Maybe you are seeing an individual in a whole new way. There's this situation happening within 2nd house themes, money, possessions, what you own. What is yours? Maybe you have to take a step back to determine new parameters around that. Take it however it resonates. Same too with 11th house themes, because these 2 areas of your life are clashing on some level or another, and it's going to require that you take a step back. I'm connecting into many Arians that are certainly wanting to take a step back, but the beauty of that, Aries, is that you gain a new perception. Higher self has been trying to connect into you. Perhaps this rules higher institutions, large institutions. Take it however it resonates. That may be relevant. It may be impacting those 2 houses. Hierophant card is ruled by Taurus, okay? So you may be noticing some sort of clash, some sort of square off as far as what you're desiring compared to what higher self wants, okay? Because the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. Now, that could be because you're wanting to focus on second house themes. But there's something here. Are you doing it because of an old role you've been attached to, tied to, and there's this new role trying to come through. There's this new version of self trying to come through thanks to your higher self. This could also be linked to a marriage or marriage-like commitment. I do see here, in taking a step back, Aries, many of you are going to see how energy manifests, is what I do want to say, okay? Where in the past have your beliefs manifested certain outcomes? Where are you having aha moments, which is what is coming up in the future for you in many ways? There's a lot of recognition here. You have manifested this. You have manifested this opportunity. There's something here about the next 3 weeks, the next 6 weeks is what I do want to say. Further still into Taurus season, which will happen around the end of April, okay? Into May is what I do want to say. I also want to rewind the clock back to last December and July, where you had an aha moment, okay? So stick with that trajectory, stick with that aha moment, stick with that motivation. You guys might be noticing your first few bumps in the road, if you like, because as much as these are highly positive cards, Aries, there is square energy this week, okay? There's quite a lot. I will be doing a fair bit of writing on the page on Facebook this week, so please do keep an eye out. I've decided to pull crystal cards for all of the zodiacs to connect you guys into frequencies that may help with healing, may help with balancing this square energy if you are experiencing communications. In taking a step back, you might know how better to respond rather than react, is what I do want to say, okay? Because higher self has a message for you. And maybe it's the situation that you want to turn your back on. Maybe because there isn't enough recognition, or you're recognizing it's time to turn your back. It's time to manifest something new. So for the Arians out there, take it however it resonates. Lapis has called for you today, my lovely Arians, and it's about truth and the attainment of higher wisdom. It works with our throat chakra, enhancing our ability to discriminate and gain intuitive wisdom. It's especially useful for releasing past anger and injustices that hold us back from growth. It balances our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual self, connecting us with our inner power and our wisdom. Drawing this card, Aries, indicates the need to exercise discrimination in all of our dealings. It gives us the power to seek the underlying truth of the matter and bring it into the light. Okay, again, focusing on 11th house themes for you guys, thanks to this square, along with second house themes, where the roles you are currently playing sort of clashing with your second house stuff. The second house is about money. It's about possession. It's about possessing and embodying this new role that you sort of want to step into. Whereas the old role you have played for others sort of starting to create a square off. So just being mindful that perhaps taking a step back is going to be the best solution this week, so that you can reconnect into that original drive, that original vision back from what I do want to say. There's something here about December, January, but this takes you further still, okay? This energy will roll out for the next 3 to 6 weeks. All right, Aries, that was your quick read for the week beginning February the 15th. I hope you got something out of that. If you would like to book a personal reading or a distant healing with me, perhaps you'd like to book an astrology reading, you can find all of those details in the shop link above. And if you're watching on YouTube, in the description box below, please do like, share, subscribe, let your other empath and intuitive friends know where to find the channel. Until next week, my friend, have an empowered week and take care.